111 years ago, Alfa Romeo was born, and just a few years later they won the Motorsport World Championships. Enzo Ferrari was involved, and since then they've had a pedigree when it comes to driver involvement and, of course, fantastic looks. But will this car live up to those looks? And will this car live up to that pedigree? The Stelvio has recently been revamped, and I'm here to find out if it does. Behind the wheel of the Stelvio, which incidentally is named after a famous mountain pass, the steering is exceptionally precise and direct, and it was specifically engineered this way. Up front on the dashboard, you don't get the usual digital dashes that you see on most modern cars, but in this car, I kind of don't mind it too much. There's a sense of occasion when you look at even the font. It's got me thinking, that's a good choice for sort of motorsport feel. The car does have the motorsport DNA flowing through its veins, and Alfa is completely unapologetic about that. You've got a start button on the steering wheel, which gives you a great sense of occasion. You've also got these brushed aluminium paddle shifts at the back here that don't move with the steering wheel, which means you kind of grab it like a race car. It makes it feel very racy. Just because I like the interior doesn't mean that others will. That's because the interior of this car is still about 4 to 5 years old, and it is starting to show its age. But I think it's got enough Alfa-esqueness to warrant the fact that this is a sporty, pure-breed derivative. An Alfa review would not be complete without talk of the performance, and this car also gets a lot of under-the-skin performance enhancements. No surprise, because just a year after Alfa's inception, 111 years ago, they went racing. Alfa has motorsport in its DNA. Now, usually in cars like this, modes don't really mean anything. We like to pretend they do, but they really don't. But because of the active suspension in here, I can feel the difference when driving through your slightly bumpy Gauteng roads, and changing from one mode to the next highlights each bump in a different way. It's really quite refreshing to see that a manufacturer has a mode selector that actually works. All Stelvios in the range come with an 8-speed ZF gearbox. Now, this isn't a dual-clutch gearbox as is found in many of its competitors. It's of course a normal automatic gearbox. Now remember, BMW M went back to a regular automatic gearbox. So I think the Italians might have been onto something with this one. The figures are 400 Nm of torque, 206 kilowatts and 5.7 seconds to 100. You also get a carbon prop shaft at the bottom, which comes standard across the range. And standard is something that Alfa Romeo has put quite a big emphasis on, because when you buy this car, you get everything with it included in the price. No options, no add-ons. All you have to do is choose from one of the 9 incredibly gorgeous colors to spec your Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo really does have a pedigree that is almost unmatched by most manufacturers. Thanks to a 5-year warranty and a maintenance plan, Alfa Romeo owners now have peace of mind as well. Overall, this is a fantastic package and a car that I really enjoyed driving. Having said that, how many people out there will think the same, and how many will be willing to part with their near million rand spend? That's for you as the South African public to decide.